It's late spring, the end of March. What's a good type bank to look for? And what kind and color of bait would you choose? Whoa! That's a beauty. Good morning, guys and girls. March 29. March 29. We got a little moisture coming out of the sky, but everything has wonderfully turned green. We've about used up the first quarter of the year. Television terms, they go by quarters, 13 weeks. This is it. We're right down to the end of March. It's fantastic. We're going to be looking at 1 Corinthians. Got a little moisture coming down on my book. 1 Corinthians 10:23. We are allowed to do all things, but not all things are good for us to do. That's a good one right there. I love that. We're allowed to do all things, but not all things are good for us to do. That's an understatement of the year right there. That's in Corinthians. Ever wonder why you catch so many small bass and not too many big ones? You ever wonder about that? Catch a lot of little ones, not too many giants. Sure, there are more little ones than lunkers, and a lot of bass get eaten before they have many birthdays. Some are eaten by bigger bass. The main reason is that these older bass are a whole lot wiser, a whole lot smarter. After they get caught, kissed, and released a time or two, they're pretty hard to fool, especially if they're caught and kissed by a lousy kisser. You put a lousy kiss on a bass and you probably won't ever catch that bass again in your lifetime. Probably won't even bite my bait. We're much like those small bass during our high school and our college years. We're out on our own just enough to have the chance to try anything. And some of us do. Believe me, been there, done that. When I was young, I was so bulletproof, I would attempt about anything. And I've got about 100% redneck in me, so you know a redneck's going to do that at about any age, but even rednecks get a little bit wiser. Like those small bass, our decisions can sometimes cost us dearly. It's critical to live close to God during those years and then maintain that closeness throughout our entire lifetime. If you live close to God, if you have a relationship with Jesus that is meaningful on a day-by-day basis, He will cause through His Holy Spirit you to make decisions that are much, much better than you would make on your own. Promise you, much, much better than you make on your own. He'll kind of nudge you at times. He'll kind of speak to you at times when you're about to do something and say, Jimmy, don't do that. Don't try that. Stay away from that. Don't be going over there and getting involved with those people. On and on and on. God is our protector. He's out there watching over us and trying to keep us out of situations that's going to cause us harm. He knows when we're about to make a mistake. And He will usually, let me put it another way, He probably will all the time in some way warn us, in some way talk to us, in some way speak to us right in here, not out loud. Jimmy, stay away from there. Whoa, whoa, yes, sir. I would do that. But just give you a little small, tiny voice to keep you out of trouble. He's not trying to spoil your fun. He's not trying to ruin your redneck day. He's just trying to keep you out of trouble. He sees something that you're doing, that you're about to get involved with, that'll just, it could wreck your life, could wreck your entire life. Many people's lives have been totally changed by one small decision they make when they're a teenager, they're in college, or they're young. One small decision can change your life. And we'll make those bad decisions when we're young. We just do that. Okay, here's our tip for today. And my book's getting soaking wet. Try a crawdad-colored crankbait on chunk rock banks in late March. That's right, a crawdad-colored crankbait on chunk rock banks. Chunk rock banks are those rocks that are about yay big. It's almost like riprap type rocks. Riprap type rocks. Riprap type rocks. Say that 100 times real fast. No, I'm not going to do that. But they're chunk rocks that are like this big, this big, this big, and they're on the shoreline, and they've got a lot of places for crawfish to get in, and crawfish will get in them. And the bass are in there in late March, either before or in some places right after they spawn, eating those crawfish. And the crawfish are abundant in this time of the year. And they haven't been eating them much during the wintertime, so they're really looking for those crawfish-colored baits. Great color to throw anywhere in the lake, but especially on those chunk rock baits. And let me tell you, you're going to catch some of the biggest fish that you caught all year long, because a lot of those pre-spawn fish, that's where they are. and they're the big, fat females with lots of eggs. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. If you're not subscribed to Jimmy Houston Catch of the Day channel, hit that subscribe button right now. Share this with a lot of your friends. We've got over 12,000 people on here, over 4,000 a day on YouTube, about 10 to 25,000 a day on Facebook. Listen to this every day. So God will help you. He will change your life. He will make your life better day by day by day. Guys and girls, remember,